Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States in Little Hickville, USA, called Belfair, Washington, which this past weekend there was a air show at the Bremerton Airport, which is on Highway 3, which you gotta get to my place. You have to drive through there, and it was hectic in Belfair. So yeah, it gets like that. Locals don't want to go out. You don't want to go out during that time. So this is my Wednesday holiday series, and I'm so happy you are joining me for this. So for my Wednesday holiday series, I do an A and B. I do a fall card and a holiday card. So this is my fall card. So September 2024, yes. And I'm doing another train card. Why? Because I can, and I still have the stamp set that I borrowed from my wonderful upline, Miss Gina. So thank you, Gina. So, oh, we're over here because I skipped this page, so I'm going to use it. So, let me show you. My aunt was over, and I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me talk about it. My aunt makes fabulous Alfredo, so she made Alfredo for us the other night, and her and I made cards. So, we made some of the train cards, and we did some Thanksgiving cards, and some untraditional and traditional colors. Real simple. Now, my upline, she made some cards like this, meaning half on with half DSP here. My measurements are just a little different. So this is one. It says with the grateful heart, the train. This one is in blueberry bushel, pretty peacock, and pecan pie. So we are going to do the same, but with current DSP and current product. So let's set those aside. This is going to be a fall card. We're going to do two because you can get two out of the DSP that we're going to use. Let me show you the stamp set. This is Miss Gina's. This is The Greatest Adventure. This is an online exclusive, guys. This is Christmas. This is whatever you want to make it. This is one of those distinctive image stamp sets. It just stamps beautifully. It just is. So good luck on your next adventure. Here's to happiness ahead. This could be a Happy New Year's card. Congratulations. I wish our paths crossed more often. I absolutely, that's really great too. I'm so glad that she was like, hey, you want to borrow it? I was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I really, really do. So, let me show you what stamp set we are using that's current. Iconic Imagery. We're gonna do grateful on the outside. Celebrate, grateful, grateful for. We don't have a two, do we? Grateful to celebrate the season. Grateful. That's what I wanted to. Grateful. Celebrate. Grateful. We don't have a two. Because I wanted to do grateful to celebrate the season. Okay, Stampin' Up. Where's the two? We need a two. Grateful. Grateful for the season, I guess. I guess we're still going to put celebrate. We just won't have a two. We'll have to... I think we'll stamp off grateful, do grateful in light, and then for the season. Okay. Well, we're still going to make it work. And we are going to, of course, we're going to bring something old in. We're going to put this Happy Thanksgiving from Banner Year on the envelope. We're going to use the little tree because we're going to use this DSP from the Iconic Celebration DSP that went with it. We're going to use this little tree for our DSP, and I'm going to show you how I cut that. Let me show you what we're going to use. Besides two white envelopes, we have two card bases that are 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. We have two pieces, layer number 1 of pecan pie at 4 by 5 1/4. Then we have two pieces. Oh, that's my DSP, which we're going to cut. 2.5 by 3 3/4, which we're going to cut that together. But then we have two pieces, layer number 2 cardstock, 2.5 by 3 3/4. Then we have two more pieces of white cardstock, and we are going to change up one. We're going to try something a little different. 2.5 by 3 3/4. You'll notice that these two are the same, and they should equal. Oh my gosh, I did it. Oh no, this is for the train. Sorry, I was like, I did it again. I messed up. So This is the same size as the DSP. I'm gonna lose my brains, I'm telling you. This piece and the DSP should be the same. Let's see. It's 2.5. So 2.5 by 3 3/4 should be the same as the DSP. Then I put down a bridge piece. Now the bridge piece is going to allow us to merge those two pieces together so that when we go to put it on the paper, it should be 5 inches. Now let me tell you, yesterday I had to do a little shave and a haircut on mine and my Aunt Carol's. We'll see what comes out of today's. So let me lay these pieces back down so I don't get them mixed up. And then you should have these pieces down here. This is the white. 1 by 1 3/4, and then it's backed by 1.5 by 2 piece of pecan pie. I already had to stamp it and measure it to see what it was going to come out as. All right. Now I will have the measurements will be better than what's here. This was me as I was cutting and measuring everything because my aunt and I were just out here playing and having a good time. So we are going to cut our DSP. Now you're going to be left with a piece of DSP like this. You can see these are left. See, you can see I messed up on my Aunt Carol's and my pieces. They should all be identical, but I messed up on 2 of them. I don't know how it happened. It just did. Her and I was sitting out here chatting and I messed up by 1/4 of an inch. So let's get it straight, right? So I want to cut. People are working outside. So I want to cut 2 pieces, 2.5 by 3 3/4. So here's 3 3/4. That's for one of the cards. Now I have to do this again. 2.5. Right? I'm getting it right. 2.5 by 3 3/4. All right. So hopefully I'm going to be able to cut this down and put this on the inside of our card. So we're going to set this aside. This is going to go back in the DSP package. So first things first is let's get the stamping done, hopefully. So these are the pieces. I'm keeping it with their corresponding cardstock. These are the 2 we're going to stamp on. This is, I don't even think I have a single bit of, oh, I do. I was like, I don't know if I have any scratch paper, but I do, I really do. So we're going to bring it out. This is red rubber. It already has that foam cushioning in there, so we don't need the stamp and pierce mat. So with this, it is a large stamp, right? So it is best to bring your ink pad to the block here, to the ink pad to the stamp. Just tap it. It's gonna look like you didn't ink it all up, but you did. And then we are going to stamp one. Now I'm gonna need my pecan pie ink dauber because I told you we're gonna change one up. Look at that. Yes. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. This is the one we need. We need the pecan pie, and it's right in front. All right. So this is for one. I'm going to set that one over there. This is for the next one. Let's see if we can do a good job again. All right. Tap, 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 tap. Let's stamp it again. Come on, choo-choo train. It's so pretty. You don't need to, like, don't push down. Just hold it down there. So I have to tell you, I went and I was making myself lunch with leftover Alfredo before it's all gone. And I go in there and I'm like, Hank, are you ready to eat something? He's like, oh yeah, I want chicken nuggets and yum yum sauce. I'm like, okay. So he comes out of his bedroom and he's like, "Oh, what you making? That smells really good." I said, "It's Alfredo." He's like, "Oh, I want some of that." I'm like, "But you told me last night you didn't want Alfredo." He's like, "Oh no, that smells really good. I want some of that too." I was like, "All right, you can have mine. I'll get some more." So we're going to take the sponge dauber and we are going to go around the edge. Like I said, I wanted to do one normal. This is just going to add a little layer to it. Just crack me up. He was like, "I'll even eat it cold." I'm like, "You must be really hungry, kid." I'm like, "No, I got one in the microwave. You can have that one and I'll wait." He's like, "Okay." I'm like, "What about the chicken nuggets? They're in the air fryer." He's like, "Oh, I'm going to eat those too." I'm like, "All right, kid. All right." Oh, yes. All right. Now my question is to myself and to you guys. I wish you were right here. So do I want to add some little speckles like behind the train? And I think I do. So I want to stamp off really good. So I'm holding it down. I'm taking a look at it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I'm going to go right closest to the train. Oh yeah. Now I'm going to huff on it. Here. Oh no. Okay. That was me just huffing on it. Look how it activated that ink. This is the itty bitty background. I'm gonna have to do it a little darker there. Hold it down. Okay, there we go. So this is original. This is the second time. Interesting, huh? So we're still gonna keep it like that. We're gonna plate those on those. Now this is gonna be the original one because it's already done. Let's do the Grateful from the Iconic Imagery. Full strength. Hopefully I get it in there. I got the other side in case I mess up, right? Perfection. Okay, we're going to go around the outside. Thump, 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 thump. Then we're going to stamp and stamp off. Okay. So it all goes together. This one we're going to go ahead and glue down right away. I guess we could do the others as well since I got the glue bottle open. Yeah, you guys know what I'm thinking, right? I don't want to put dimensionals on it. I want to do some scrap with cardstock. Is this too big? No. That's going to do it. Right there. Just on the one that we changed up a bit. Oh, it might help if I hold it still while the glue dries, right? Okay, let's do it again. We're going to get 2 layers there. And then, oh, but I'm thinking that was a boo-boo, but oh well. We're going to have to pop it up again because part of it's going to rest over the train. So the train is not going to get any dimensionals and I can't scooch that over anymore. So, and then we are going to do a little bit of stamping on one of the 2.5 by 3 3/4 pieces. We're going to do a little sponging. Sorry, I feel like a little gnat or something flew down my throat just now. I gotta take a sip. Have the fan on. Yuck. No, it wasn't a fly, but it does feel like a little gnat or something went down my throat. All right, second train going down. All right, so those are done. And we have this piece. This is the piece we need. One is staying plain. One is getting sponged. Now I'm trying to get more of it on there so you can see my fingers. So go straighter and then turn your finger more in towards the card. So straight and then turn. Now we're going to stamp. Stamp off and then stamp, 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 stamp. Stamp off now. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Right? Stamp off, stamp, stamp, stamp all the way. Alright, so those are done. We want our card bases. Alright, so we're going to open up one. Now we're going to bring in that celebrate. We're going to stamp off. And we're going to put celebrate in the center really lightly. Can't believe there's not a 2. Really lightly. We're not going to do 4. We're just going to do, because it was going to be grateful for the season. Okay, we could do the season, grateful for, we're still going to do 4. So we're going to have season right here. And then 4. We got to do the smushy smushy with 4 because, and I don't have the Stampin' Piercement, but it's going to be okay. 4 is going to be right there. And then we're going to do the little Christmas tree. So I've used the Christmas tree. So no smushy smushy for the Christmas tree. Full strength, because the Christmas tree is what's on our DSP. That's why I chose it. But we're still using our pecan pie to go with our DSP. No, it's not in a burnt up forest. We're just keeping it all the same. So there's one. Let's do it again. Because we're doing 2, right? And that should be good and dry now. Let's just not stamp directly on top of it. Celebrate. The season. I'm getting so excited. Yes. I mean, I really am. All right, tree time. Can you guess what we're going to put on our envelope? We're going to put some trees on our envelope. All right, I would get a better image of the solid tree, I think, with the Stampin' Piercement. Well, we're going to still go with what we have here. Let's see if we can get a better tree. Push a little harder. That's better. All right, so that's done. Envelope time. So we are going to stamp our tree right here. Solid image. Right there. And then grateful down here. And then let's do stamp off and do 1 tree. Stamp off 2 trees. Stamp off in 3 trees. So that's our envelope. Let's do, oh, we're gonna stamp on this one to go with the other one. So stamp off twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just why are we doing all that? Because we can and we like it. Yes. So stamp there. Why? Because we can. And we like to. And we're just going to stamp grateful. And we're going to stamp off 1. 2, 3 trees. All right, so we're all done stamping, guys. I didn't do too bad. All right, let's put these together. Card bases, right? And let's hope that we make sure we got them all going. Okay. We got the insides right. So let's lay down layer number 1. Don't ask why I flipped it over. I don't. Well, okay, let's say that I flipped it over because I can, right? Because I can, and that is bugging me, so I got to take that off. Told my husband, I said, I am ambitious. I am going to get all my videos done today. He's like, oh yeah? I said, oh yeah. Guess what, guys? That's not happening today. It's not happening today. Nope. Not happening. I got the mask, the Layers of Beauty mask done. I did that one, and I got this one done, and that'll be it. And I'm gonna clean the stamp room, and I'm gonna dig for a stamp set, which I cannot find. And I have to clean this room up because my aunt came over and she's like, honey, your room is never like this. I said, Aunt Carol, with football, I just, you know, it's hard. I said, it's a mess. It's unorganized. It's driving me crazy. She's like, oh, I bet this is driving you crazy. I said, I know. I said, and the holidays are coming, and when I decorate for the holidays, all of the stuff from the holidays gets, all the stuff in the living room and anything that needs to go anywhere, it all gets packed up in boxes, and it ends up out here in my stamp room because there's nowhere else for it to go, right? Yeah, it gets a little crazy out here. Okay, so we don't need that. That can go there. I got 2 of these. So let's show you how I do these. So we have our 2 pieces of DSP, and I hope I don't have to trim these down. If I do, guys, hey, that's all I can say is I tried, and I would let's put it this way, I would still cut them to this measurement and trim them down. It's just how it is. So I have 2 scrap pieces. They're not exactly, one is a little shy of a 1/2 inch, one is a 1/2 inch. They were just out of my scrap bin you guys have seen. So I do use my grid on this. You can get, I found this at the dollar store. So this grid stuff, you could use that if you don't have a glass mat. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a line of glue. You don't need much. And I'm going to take the first one, and I'm going to hopefully get it, you know, at the halfway mark. If you don't make the halfway mark, it's okay. All I'm doing is trying to get the 2 of them together. So now I'm going to turn it over. I don't even need to line it up now. So there's another bead of glue. And I'm just butting them up to each other. Now, if I've done it right, they're going to equal 5 inches. And this one is a hair longer. Let's see. I can show you. Or a hair under. It's going to work regardless. So there's one, and it's upside down. Okay, that one's just going to be this way. I know. It's just going to be reversed, but no, I can't do that. It's going to bug me. So let's take that apart. It's okay. Just take it apart. And we'll just flop it over, right? No big deal. So we want it on this side. So yes, I don't know what I did. What did I not do? Oh, I put it there. I could have kept it on the paper the whole time. Panic sets in, right? True panic set in. So we're still going to use the same scrap. Sheer panic set in for this. Alright, line that up. Get it in there. We need the white to the right, DSP to the left. As I take a glance at my sample to make sure that's what I did, that it is. White to the right, DSP to the left. All right. So now this piece is gonna sit just like that, right? Okay. So let's get this one on. So put them like this and maybe I won't mess it up, right? All right. Right down there. This one on the paper. Like I said, this is just a bridge piece to join these two pieces together. And it does make it easier rather than me trying to fit it on there and then, you know, getting it glued onto layer number 1 and then realizing, oh my gosh, I got it in the wrong spot, which I have done. Okay. Yes, let's get them glued down now. So I mean, you could pop this on dimensionals, whatever you would like to do. I am simply going to glue it down. I'm checking to see if it opens correctly. Now that I've got full-on panic mode going on. There's one. Number 2. Dots or squiggles, it's up to you. Whatever adhesive you are comfortable using. Me, I prefer wet glue. Number 1, it is cost effective for me. Number 2, I like the wiggle room it gives me. Tape runners, I just make way too many cards to use it anymore. I used to be a staunch fan of tape runners. Something is in my nail that's bugging me. You know, I really have to stop trying to go outside and pull weeds in between making cards. I need to stop doing that. So this one is going to go here. Now I want to show you something. Let me show you on this one. I am pulling this down, trying to get equal little bit here and a little bit there down in this corner like so. All right, that's going to give me enough to place my sentiment up here. So this is getting glued down. Once again, you can glue, put dimensionals on this if you so choose. I chose not to, even on the ones my aunt and I did. I just think there's so many layers of cardstock that it didn't need it. Now this one here, it does need a little boost up here because it's sitting on this. So yeah, you guys know what I'm doing. Let me grab a littler scrap here. So I did this with my aunts and mine. So I am simply gonna take a chunk, make a little boost or little piece, a little boost for the back of this piece, and I'm going to have to do it for the other as well. And I just stuck that there. And then this just needed glue like right down in here. That's my card. Came out so great. And really, that's perfect. It's level with it. It's awesome. So let's do this one because now it also needs the boost. Because I didn't think about it. So there. And this, guys, this is a great use of little scrap bits. I mean, otherwise it does pile, it ends up piling up in my little bin. That's because I make a lot of cards. If you don't make many cards, you may not have a scrap container like I do. So I need to find creative ways to use it. And then we're going to add some to the bottom. Oh, might help to glue this piece down. Oh, maybe. We're going to, of course, add some Wink Stella to the train. We want it to sparkle and shine. I am telling you, I really like that little bit of added bit in here. Some of you might like the more clean and simple look to it. Oh, we don't want to get it too far in there. We don't want to cover up the light. Now you could take just a little bit of yellow in that light. That would be really pretty. Ideas, ideas, ideas. So let's add, we're just going to add a little Wink Stella in right in where it's got the lighted areas. We're just going to add a little bit of sparkle. Not in all of them, just where it's got those highlighted bits. I don't think I did that bit on here. Alright guys, so just a little bit of sparkle in there. So those are my two cards. And I hope you guys like them and enjoy this holiday series. Let me know which of the two cards you like the best. If you like the little speckling and a little bit of shading around the edges, I would really like to know. As always, I am so grateful to each and every one of you for joining me. We could have added this little bit in our card. Should we go ahead? Yeah. We almost forgot, but we're not going to. So it needs to be at 4 1/4. So right, we're going to do just a hair shy. And then a 1/2 inch would give us 2 strips, one for each. And we'll put this on the left side of the card. I almost forgot, but let's see what it looks like. I think it's going to be great. Just add, I know it's going to tie in with it being at the left side of there, so that's going to be great. So let's, maybe it might help if I could see. So be good if I could pick it up as well. So let's, there's one. It's easier for me to use the grid like this. I mean, because otherwise I wouldn't be sure what I could use that for, and I don't want to save it if I can use it right now, right? Let's scoot you over. So there's the inside now for that one. The inside for that one as well. I'm really happy we took a second to add that to it. So thanks again for watching, everybody. If you have not subscribed and you enjoy my videos, I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing, as it does help me out. But as always, it is your comments that keep me coming back and sharing what I love to create with you. I would still create. I'm not sure if I would get as much enjoyment, because I'm telling you what, this is just fabulous. I love reading your comments. I love answering questions. It's just amazing to me each and every day to wake up to the comments that I receive. Thank you all so very much, and please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye bye for now, everybody.